But I thought I should talk about something that's been on my mind lately. For a couple of weeks there, all anybody thought about was the war in Iraq. Now most of the combat is over, thank God. Things seem to have gone well. It's a good thing. You can applaud that. See, I'm pretending that applause is for me. We'll do some editing, you'll never know. Now, the tough job, though, is just beginning, which is restoring the economy and stabilizing the government of Iraq, and that's very difficult, and you've all seen the news. Now, it's a little chaotic over there right now. The very best minds in the State Department and the Pentagon are working on this problem, trying to figure out what's the best way to sort of rebuild Iraq. Well, guess what? Everyone on our staff has been thinking about this, too, because we like to help out as best we can. And we have a pretty good staff here, and everyone on our staff has their own ideas about how the United States should deal with Iraq and solve this problem. And my staff told me they want to present these ideas in a little piece we're calling Late Night Staffers Solve the Crisis in Iraq. This is great. We're going to solve the problem. Right now, we're going to solve the whole thing. We're going to solve it all right now. Now, first up, our cameraman, Vince, told me just before the show that he thinks he has a good idea that will help solve things. Vince, what's going on?
Yeah, that's right, Conan. See, the problem is you're trying to establish a moderate democratic government in the land wedge between Syria and Iran, two nations with bitterly anti-American regimes and ties to terrorist organizations. Now, you got to get Iraq out of there.
Get it out of there? How do you move a country?
Well, we could use my brother's Chevy half-ton.
Vince, you can't move a country with a truck.
No, we can't with that attitude. Thanks a lot, Conan O. Quitter.
All right, well, our lovely casting director, Julie, has come up with a plan she says is going to help Iraq. Hey, Julie, what's up?
Hi, Conan. I used all of my experience and skills as a casting director and held auditions for a new leader of Iraq. And if I say so myself, I think I nailed it.
Wait a minute. Julie, you've got to be kidding. The people of Iraq are never going to go for that.
All right. Can we get Hosni out here?
Much better. Nicely done. Hosni rocks. Now, Rick is one of our props assistants. He takes care of all the props here on the show, and I understand that Rick has an idea to help the Iraqis of what we should be doing. What's going on?
Look, Conan, we probably already killed Saddam, right? So why don't we just get the heck out of there? I mean, what if this guy comes back from the dead, man? Do you really think we can handle a Saddam Hussein zombie? He'll suck our brains out of our heads! Get out of there now! Run! Get out of Iraq! He'll eat your brains! Everybody run! Run! Get out of there! Everybody
Wow. Next up is one of NBC's programming executives, Evan Schachter. He does the programming here at the network. What's up there, sir?
Conan, right now there's a lot of tension between the U.S. and Iraq, and the only way to release that tension is for America and Iraq to finally sleep together.
What are you talking about?
Of course, once that happens, ratings will go down, so we got to throw in some kick-ass celebrity cameos to keep people tuning into the Peacock.
Please die.
Can do, amigo.
He could do it. He did it right away. All right, next up is Jerry. Jerry,
Everybody run! And suck your brains! Get out! Everybody run!
Next up is Jerry from the lighting crew. Now, some people think that the American presence in Iraq is causing problems. What are your thoughts, Jerry?
Conan, I think we should pull all of our troops out of there and leave behind a bunch of troop holograms. The Iraqis will think we're still there even when we're not.
Jerry, holograms aren't going to fool anybody.
Fooled you, jackass.
I know it's a rubber brick, but it still hurt. I don't know why. I think he got his ring finger around it. Maybe he's temporary and you're permanent. All right. Now, many of our... Settle down there, cameraman. Many of our... He's like, I gotta... Hold for editing. There we go. Now, many of our staffers here...
I've got a solution, Conan.
Hey, it's... Wow, it's Joel, our creepy and increasingly popular announcer. Joel, what is it? What's going on?
Conan, I think those Iraqis could teach us a thing or two.
Okay, what are you talking about, Joel?
Well, the second they got a taste of freedom, they started looting their country blind. We've been free for 200 years. What are we waiting for? I say, let's loot!
Joel, hey, wait a minute. Joel, what are you doing? Joel!
I'm a looter! I'm a looter! I'm a looter! I'm a looter!
Wow. Finally, if it's okay, I'd like to take a second, because I've let all the other members of the staff speak. I'd like to air my own thoughts on this situation. Just be serious here for a second. I've actually, I've done some reading, and I have found that Iraqis are a loving people who really want peace and order. Now, of course, right now on TV, all you see them do is run around in angry mobs, ripping down statues, looting, and beating one another. But you know something? That is just what the media is showing all of us. The media has distorted the Iraqi people. In truth, I'll tell you something, they are a kind and very gentle people who want nothing more than to make sure...
Hey! What the hell is your problem? What the hell are you talking about? Knock it off! Quit it!